Go.
Hey everybody, it's Christy Clemens here with E320 Treasures, and tonight we're going to be talking about slick stick and paint and my toolbox and Gentry's cameo. He's been through the sticker pile today, so he's not camera worthy. Cobalt Blue on this side because I wanted to show what one coat of coverage does. I mean, this is one coat of blue. Can you see it?
Yes.
My husband Tim is my cameraman tonight, so if y'all have any questions or comments or anything, he'll read them out to me. But this is one coat of blue, and it's really good coverage, just that. It's only going to need 2 coats over this white, so no biggie there. And then I cut out a little star out of cardboard. If you're good at drawing, you're not going to have the same problems. Mine's a little lopsided, but we're going to distress it later, so maybe you can't really tell. You can use, I mean, this is Texas, so there are stars everywhere. You can get a metal star from probably some decor you've got. I actually looked to see if we had anything I could pull down that was the right size, but they were all either too big or too small. So cut it out of cardboard, and I'm going to trace it out, or paint around it even.
Hold on, babe. Aaron, is the sound better? There was a little bit of wind, so.
Oh yeah, we came outside today because it's been raining, and that sounded weird. We came outside because it's raining. I could have just painted it in the bed of the truck, I guess,
right.
But it was raining out there, so we brought it in under the back porch. So, does the sound okay?
It's
Can y'all
good.
Hear me?
It's good.
Okay.
It's better now that I'm closer.
Cool. Well, what I could have done, I just thought, what I could have done was painted it white here and then put this over and then just use it as a stencil, basically. But I didn't think that far ahead. But for you that want to do this later, you can paint it white underneath it and then come over and paint blue. And then when you lift this up, you'll have your white star instead of having to trace in the lines that I'm going to have to draw and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and paint on my second coat of blue over this so it'll be ready for the star at the end of everything. So the colors that I'm using are Cobalt Blue, and I have our reclaimed barn from Flea Market Decor. That's also, it's a Dixie Belle paint, but we did a special line for Flea Market Decor magazine, and this is from that. And we're going to use Sawmill Gravy for the star because I don't have white anymore. Well, Christy, didn't you know you were going to be painting a flag tonight? Yes. Yes, I did. Just go ahead and put the red up because that's not what we meant to grab. As always, whatever product you're using, shake it up really well. You don't want any, since it's water-based, the water will rise to the top, and you want it to mix well. So, anyone on, babe?
Yep, Robin, Aaron, LaDon, Sherry.
Hey, guys.
Becca, Jimmy, Stephanie.
Tim got me an iPad for Mother's Day so I could see comments and things better. And this is our first time using it, so actually you can see what's going on. This is a diamond plated toolbox, so I'm having to be careful. It's like painting something that has just a bunch of little ridges on it, so that paint's going to gather on either side. You don't want to get it too thick.
Sorry, I'm trying to work with the sun here so I can see. I'm going to move over to the other side of you.
We like to wing it.
There you go. I think everybody can see better.
I'm not even having to go really heavy over this because it's already sinking in, covering really well. Yeah, we had it out in this, well, it was nice and cloudy most of today. And then we brought this out and the sun came out and blinded us. So we moved it back in here. Alright, so that's all I'm doing.
Are you doing Texas or USA stripes?
I'm doing Texas because the stripes are a bit much. I'm not much of a freehand. I'm a messy painter, and that's, you know, with the stripes you gotta get real precise, and that's a lot of tape.
I'm guessing you use slick stick first from Robin.
Yeah, that's did I not say that? But I did. Yeah, this is slick stick right here. This is the white. I chose not to go over the handles, and I didn't do the back because you're not gonna ever see that part. So, I like to use frog tape because blue painter's tape, I don't know if I'm just heavy-handed or what, it doesn't ever work as well for me. So.
Kim Womack can see you.
Hey, Kim.
And Brian is on.
Hey, Brian. So let that all dry. I brought my hair dryer out just in case. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off.
And slick stick's a primer, right? Is that like a primer?
Yes. It keeps it from, like, on a shiny surface, it'll keep it'll keep the paint on there. Like, it won't
So it allows paint to adhere to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
On shiny surfaces like porcelain or laminate or glass or metal, you'll be able to get that paint to stick really, really well. And this is going to be in the bed of my truck, so it's going to see all types of weather, and I wanted to give the paint the best chance possible. So.
Brian agrees with you with the frog tape.
Well, and it's still, because it's diamond plated, it's still bled a little bit there. Alright, so, trick is getting it straight. We're going to do the red next, so I want it to sit a little bit above half. And I'm following the diamonds down to make sure I get even. Has anybody else painted metal lately? Any of my fellow artists out there? I mean, besides patina, we like to do the rust on metal. Oh, for you guys that I got my, you know, my sign, my
Let's speak up a little bit, babe.
oh, my cattle trough that I took, or that rusted out, and I used the base of it. That was metal. I did not use any kind of slick stick on that. I just painted it because I wanted the metal parts to seep through. And plus, it's going to be indoors. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Okay. So,
Melissa says she needs to get some slick stick to prime her tumblers.
yeah. Okay. So we've got our reclaimed barn.
Robin painted a metal planter and she used slick stick because it was shiny.
Nice. I'm not going right up against the blue because it's still wet and I don't want to mix just yet. But see how bright that pigment is? And I'll tell y'all too.
Just use slick stick for your white, is what Aaron said.
Oh. I guess I could. I usually have a bunch sitting around until I plan to do a live and then I don't have any.
Well, the sun came out again. I'm going to replant. Can you turn, paint the other way? There you go. Thanks.
So, how's everybody's Memorial Day been? We were lazy most of the day, which was much deserved for pretty much everybody. We've been blowing and going for a while. We went out with my family, or went to We sweat mopped the floor, but you can't really tell because we let the dogs in right after. Diamonds are taking forever. Y'all talk to me. This is boring me out here. Say something.
I think they're enjoying watching you paint.
Is it like watching a fire where it's...
Brian woke up, went to work, came home, now I'm here, so pretty standard, LOL.
Hey Brian, did y'all have any ice on Saturday? We didn't even try you. The other stores were out. Anybody else have a toolbox? You gonna paint it? Yeah, I'm usually a really fast painter.
The commentary is better, LOL.
Oh, shut up. Usually
Kim's been making grave markers.
grave markers?
That's what she said, yeah, grave
Okay,
markers.
you need to clarify, girlfriend. Like clarify. Man, I know what a grave marker is, but are they usually like granite? You can put slick stick on granite. I don't know why you'd want to, but...
And lake signs.
Oh, you guys.
Alright.
Lid got long.
Here, let me move. Alright, so everybody can kind of see a little bit. Alright.
These diamonds are getting me. Because when I did paint the slick stick earlier, I got pretty heavy-handed on the backside, and I came out like 30 minutes later, which normally here, it's probably dryish over there now that I'm on this side. I mean, that's normal.
Yeah, it's looking pretty dry.
It's still wet.
It's not as reflective. Robin says it looks great.
Thank you, Robin.
And Kim was doing crosses for graves. So I don't think she was doing gravestones, she was doing crosses.
Oh. Oh, yeah. You said markers. I immediately went to tombstones. I'm trying not to make an off-kilter joke, because that wouldn't be cool.
Okay.
He says okay. That means that was the right choice.
Alright, moving back over.
Alright, that's dry enough there. This is an angled mini brush. And I'm gonna just come down on a straight line. Kind of offload a little bit over here so it's not just goopy. And come as straight down as I can. And try not to flick paint on my porch because I think that's the one surface in this entire household that doesn't have paint on it. It's got a little slip stick on it from earlier. Shh, don't tell Tim. Okay, so the red is, you know what, the red, I'm calling, well, it's pretty good coverage. That may be it.
It's good coverage, babe.
Sometimes I can see with my glasses or my sunglasses, and other times I can't.
Kim says so purty, and Brian says the paint covers extremely well.
It really does. So yeah, with the red, I'm not giving it another coat of red.
Robin says, "What a steady hand."
Well, thank you,
Get
Robin.
That's what it's looking like so far.
Now my truck is red. My truck is almost exactly that color. So I'm probably going to go blue on this whole base here. And just check and make sure I didn't have paint on my finger and I just scratched my nose. Because earlier I was like, I'm totally ready for this, and Tim's like, you might want to get that paint off your face. Because I had a blue marker, or it looked like I'd just gone like that across my forehead. And you guys, most of y'all are painters anyway. You know, y'all are covered in paint. Kim, I know you're always covered in paint. I'm seeing you, girl. All right. We're not really ready for sawmill gravy. I guess we could paint some more blue. Maybe. Hey, Nora, will you grab me a pencil? Nope. Okay. All right. We'll take a little break time. Anybody else out there drinking? What y'all drinking? Y'all all know what
Jennifer just got on.
Hey, Jennifer. How are ya? Oh, I'm still wet back here.
Right. Sun came out again. Gentry making another appearance, of course. Yeah. All right, babe.
He's a camera hog. All right.
Sorry, Kim. I just saw. Kim says always.
All right. So it's a tiny bit a little wet up here, but most of that's already dry. So I'm going to go ahead and come back with.
Robin says, I don't want to discuss paint spills.
Oh, y'all.
And Brian had a drink earlier, so he's good. All right, I'm going to get up on the bench here so we can get down. There.
So Robin is another Dixie Belle retailer, and she moved her booth this week. And the shelves that were in her new booth, the store didn't put them in. They forgot a pin, and so a whole shelf of her paint went. But only one can of paint kind of went south. So that was God watching out.
Kim says people look at her funny because her hands are always covered in paint.
Yeah.
I'm like, I promise I wash my hands.
Yeah, we were sitting there at that conference, and you know, I still wanted to look like, you know, I wanted to make a good impression with my clothing, not walk in looking like I just painted something. And you know, I remember Kim was wearing black, and next thing you know, I look over and she's over there just wiping paint everywhere. I was like, I dig this chick. Kim is also a Dixie Belle retailer. All my retailer babes, if y'all want to plug your stuff, go ahead. Some of y'all we already know and love, like LaDawn and Sharon, if you're on here, and Robin.
Kristen just got on, said this looks like so much fun.
Hey, Kristen. Yeah, it suddenly occurred to me, I guess this morning, while laying there listening to the rain, that, you know, I can paint my toolbox. Everybody always paint something cute. That actually did really well. And like I said, if it's crooked, you just dress it. If you're fine. Alright, and I don't even have that much sawmill gravy left. That's the bad thing.
Alright, remember I can't zoom on this, so I'm trying to get as far back as I can.
This is not a good brush for this.
Well, Gentry's going to follow her. Gentry's basically Christy's shadow. And he's been playing around in the mud. Alright.
Alright. The sink always has ample brushes. Sometimes they're clean, other times they're sitting in I can't talk and paint at the same time, you know? Usually I've got my headphones on. And this is going to need multiple coats because it's white over blue. And with a smaller brush, when you're cutting in and stuff, it's hard to get in the line. It's hard to get it as thick of a cover. Like when you're painting a large surface and you've got tape as a protection, you can go as heavy with the brush as you want to. You can get as much paint on it as you want to. and just go with it. But if you're trying to cut into lines, you know, using a small brush, small paint volume. Oh, and this is for my, this is Texas for those of you, like Kim in Kentucky and Aaron, you're in Indiana, I think. We love our flag. So, I've even got one on my bumper, yeah, I've got a bumper sticker. It's hiding a big dent on my truck.
Kim just got reminded she has brushes that need to be washed.
Stick them in some water, put them in a Gladlock bag, it'll be fine. Well, y'all don't really have to sit here and watch me paint this whole flag. I just kind of wanted to introduce to those that didn't know about Slick Stick that that's what it does. You put it on shiny surfaces. It's like a glue that just binds everything really strong. It helps that paint stay on those surfaces that, like, for instance, the paint that I spilled on here was back when I didn't know any better. And I was painting furniture with latex. Oops, paint from Home Depot. And it was a big purple thing over here, and then it was a white and black splatter all over there. And I cleaned it with white lightning first. And I kid you not, I got it all most of it. I didn't try extremely hard to get all of the paint off, but I think I could have gotten most of that latex paint off. And I don't know how many years it's been on here. But white lightning is no joke. If y'all get a piece of furniture and it is gnarly, clean it with some white lightning. If it's shiny, put some Slick Stick over it. And then if you use Dixie Belle paint, you are set for success. No joke. And I didn't stutter, so you know I'm not lying. So are we good? Everybody good? Anybody got something they want to say? Something smart? You got a question?
Kristen said puppy, and Jennifer said Keith just said puppy, and can we go to Christy house?
Oh my gosh.
And Kim says I love the scrubby soap.
Yes, yeah. If you're like Kim and I and you leave those brushes laying around, that scrubby soap helps take it off. So, alright, well this week we'll be doing another live from possibly on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock when I do my my sign for my second sign, my oil pan that I grabbed. I'm going to make another sign out of that. I'll show you how I did the rust on it. In a stencil form, and then I will hopefully get my Highland Village booth finished. I was one box from finishing the other day, and the guy came through. It's like 5 minutes.
Do you want to post pictures of this on your site or on Facebook?
The box?
Of the completed box?
Yeah, it may be a couple of days. Because I'm going to go finish my drink, and then it'll probably be a couple days before I come back out and get it done. So, but yeah, I will for sure. And y'all let me know if you do something like this. I think it's kind of cool. It'll get you some attention, I think, for sure. So, all right, that was that was it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys around.